Hallo Leute, willkommen zur Folge von Doki Doki Blue Skies und mir liegt ein Haar im Gesicht. So, also, letzte Folge haben wir ein bisschen so Tagtraum so gehabt über Theorie und denkst mal, die auch Zeit verbracht noch ein bisschen in der Schule. Wir haben noch Juri mitgenommen, weil sie alleine da saß und alles. Und ja, meine Nase kratzt gerade verrückt, ich weiß nicht warum. So, da wären wir. Also, auf jeden Fall, verlieren nicht so viel Zeit und legen direkt los, weil ich will verschauen, was diese Route noch so für uns enthält. So, ich habe das Mikro gerade runtergeschmissen. So, that was perhaps the most satisfying night's sleep I have had in a while. What time is it? Wow, it's 10:30? For me, that's super early. It's the second Saturday in a row that I've woken up before noon. Am I slowly shedding my vampire traits? As I draw the curtains and feel the sunshine flowing through the glass, I can't help but feel really content. In fact, ever since joining a literature club, even in spite of the festival, my mood's generally been so much better than usual. Entschuldigung, Alter, was läuft? Perhaps it's due to what I told the girls before we started the recitals. It's just nice to have people my own age to hang out with. But what if there's something more than that? ZOWIE? Even thinking about her brings that warm feeling back, although not as strongly. Could it be? Am I really starting to like her in that way? As if to interrupt my brain, my stomach rumbles. Guess I'll give this muse over breakfast. What do I feel like having today? Cereal, toast, fried eggs, sausage, bacon. So many choices. I think eggs, sausage, and bacon will do for now. Much better. I can see why Siri mentioned breakfast in her first poem. There you go again, always thinking about her. If I were to be honest, as much as I enjoy all of the girls' company, I'd be lying if I said I'd be excited as I were to spend today with any girl. Maybe it's because of the Hussy we share? Wahrscheinlich. Or because nights get a little too cold for my taste and Yumi's a little too quiet? I don't know. Since day one I always been comfortable talking to ZOWIE. And that's never changed. I swear, I read somewhere that if you go years without talking to a friend, then when you finally do finally connect, if you're able to get along like nothing ever happened, then it's a sign of a true friendship. Or I'm just looking into this too much. Feelings. And it was me thinking that the stuff we do in Mav is hard to get your head around. One thing I'd never changed in the series is an inability to get up on time. 5 minutes passed and I grow impatient, fishing out my phone and shoot her a text. It's noon, you lazy girl. We got pumpkins to carve, remember? Minutes think by without a response. ZOWIE? At this rate, I probably have more of a two-way conversation with mine. Man, how creepy must I look, just aimlessly standing outside her house. With us, I opened the gate and head to her house. We really have to work on our sleeping patterns. I always knew she could be a little lazy, but this is getting annoying. ZOWIE? It's me. Sorry, I didn't want to wait outside. Are you, dressed? If I strain my ears, I can faintly pick up the sound of her voice. She's not replying to me, though. It sounds like she's talking to herself. I can't quite pick up what she's saying from this distance. Probably sleep-talking, knowing her sleep-talking about food. I'm nearing the end of my patience. Okay, that was the last chance. If you're getting chased everything, you can't be mad at me. Man, her room is a mess. And Sarah herself is tucked away in a mess of pillows, blankets, and the duvet that forms the bed. There's a wave of hair that's fallen into her mouth, and she's drooling slightly. She's curled up into a ball with her arms hugging herself. It's a strangely adorable sight, and I feel bad in having to wake her up. As I draw closer, I can finally make out what she's saying. And to my dismay, it's nothing wholesome at all. It sounds more like she's softly whimpering to herself, and I can also spot glistening wet trails on her cheek. Seeing ZOWIE cry is a sight I wish I'd never had to see. Can't help it. But she's talking about it. Sorry I'm so useless. But really trying. For everyone. She flips over Wesley, a sob accompanying the movement. But it's so hard. It's so tiring. Don't want to anymore. No. Please. Someone? Anyone? No. Selfish. ZOWIE! Head turned slightly, almost as if she heard me. Her eyes remain shut, so it's impossible to tell if she's awake. So it's me. Kazuma. It's okay, I'm here. No, I don't want to go. Didn't work last time. They said it would work. Fresh sobs fill the room as she cries harder, Her voice breaks completely as she tears drip down her face. At this point, I have enough. A strong protective instinct within me demands I reach out and gently clasp one of her hands with mine. With her hand in mine, I generally shake her awake. ZOWIE! Kazuma? And with that final mysterious utterance, her eyes flutter open, with pride momentarily flashing through them. When she sees me, she visibly relaxes and sits up. Oh, hi, Kazuma. She hastily turns away and tries to discreetly wipe her face. I'm still trying to process what I just witnessed. ZOWIE, are you okay? I think you were having a nightmare. Oh, was I? I don't remember anything like that. I was literally here listening to your cry. Of course you had a nightmare. You said some really concerning stuff. She anxiously bites her lips as she replies. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to make you worried. You seriously need to stop thinking that you're a burden. It's my job to be concerned about you. We're best friends. You really sound silly sometimes, you know that? What's going on, ZOWIE? Please just talk to me. She looks ashamed as she gets herself out of bed. Oh god, I just realized. I totally forgot what we had planned for the day. And I overslept. I'm so sorry. I'm such an idiot. She plays around and on Insta, reach out and pull her into a hug. Clearly this takes her by surprise as she doesn't make an effort to return it, at least initially, but after a while she eventually starts to weakly hug back. As we break apart, ZOWIE smiles, clearly trying to put her nightmare behind her. Thank you, Kazuma. You always know how to make me feel better. Anyway, we have a lot to do, right? Let's get started then. Is she really going to try and ignore the elephant in the room? So don't you want to talk? No. I just really don't want to talk about it if that's okay. Another glimpse of this concerning side she worked so hard to pass off. And yet, there they are again. Those walls I can never get through. But, Kazuma, please. It's nothing. Everyone has nightmares. Since this was my moment of silence. Anyway, can you just give me a moment to get rest? Then we can start getting spooky. With a sigh of resignation, I leave and close the door behind me. You can get some pumpkins from the supermarket. You got a knife at home, right? Yeah. So, what kind of things should we carve into them? Bats, skulls, all those cheesy Halloween things, right? It's tempting to know the answer, to give Sue a taste of her own medicine. I don't know how, I don't think she's aware of just how frustrating this is. But then again, do you really want to ruin this day? The day? ZOWIE is clearly trying to put it past us. And as much as I want to know what's going on, she's really not in any mood to divulge. And bringing up now would probably ruin the mood in any day for both of us. Besides, I can't really stay angry at her. Her general bubbly persona is so infectious, only someone without a heart could be immune to it. With a gonjali smile. Or spiders. I forgot how much you're terrified of them. Oh come on, like you're any better. I am. Okay, maybe for the big ones. Even though Halloween is largely celebrated here, at least compared to Western countries, shops have still made a decorative effort. All of the cheesy cliché Halloween decorations can be seen both on the exterior and interior of the shop. Lucky for us, all of the pumpkins are right in the front. At the front. Wow, these are huge. Which means we have more space to make some awesome decorations. Don't you think? Her eyes meet mine, the cheerful enthusiasm still bouncing around in them. Yeah, good thinking. Let's get these three. Oh, do you mind if I grab some food for later? Yeah, sure. What were you thinking? Pizza. Not exactly healthy of choice, is it? Hey, I don't see you chomping on salad, you know. Can't dispute that. But in all seriousness, maybe you should try something that isn't just junk food. I worry about you sometimes, you know. I know. I don't need to, though. I'll make more of an afternoon soon. Effort soon. Alright, fine. Pizza it is. But only if I get a slice. Or two. Deal. In an attempt to display my masculine bravado, I volunteered to carry all three of the pumpkins. In hindsight, given how much my arms are screaming at me, I immediately regret this decision. I can't believe you didn't let me carry any of them. You're so silly sometimes. It's no sweat, ZOWIE. No sweat at all. Don't drop them, don't drop them, don't. What? That pumpkin is shaped like your head. I swear to God I will throw one of these at you. You wouldn't dare. Besides, I don't think you'd be able to lift it high enough. I hate how true that is. So 1, Cosmo 0. That's so unfair. You're taking advantage of the poor situation I'm in. Not true. If I recall it correctly, you're the one who insisted on carrying these. She dubs a comedic super low male voice. It's okay, sorry. I'm a big strong guy who can handle all these pumpkins. Okay, firstly, I do not sound like that. Right? An instant smirk is my only response, which turns into indignation as I blow a puff of air into her face. There's a little victories in lies. So, which shape should we go with first? Let's just keep it simple for now. You can just go with a generic jack-o'-lantern face. I'll pull up a reference photo on my phone. You gotta start by scooping out the insides though. So let's get a hole in the top. With a look of steadfast determination, she slides away at the top of the pumpkin, exposing the contents within. She looks pretty cute with that look on her face. Her nose has scrunched up and she's focused intently on her task. And the best part is she's oblivious to how endearing she really is. Come on, don't be afraid to get your hands dirty. Okay. Oh man, it feels so cold and sticky. It's slow but steady work. As we scoop out the inside, I do my best not to focus on how soft her hands and arms feel as they brush against mine. Yeah. No, my hands are all sticky. Yeah, mine too. Say, do you want a new hairstyle? I grin and reach forward, aiming for Siri's head. What? Don't you even think about it. Okay. I won't. I hold my hands up as a sign of peace. Siri remains backed up away from me, a suspicious look on her face. As she lets her guards down and comes closer, I dart forward and boop her on the nose, leaving an orange smear. Hey! You meanie! I'm going to get you for that. Only if you can actually catch me. I laugh and dart away from her strike. Slare's never been particularly coordinated, so it's pretty easy to dodge her clumsy attempts. As she comes in for another swipe, I catch her wrist with my hands. Screaming, wriggling, doing her best to escape my grip. Unfortunately, due to the slippery of the pumpkin coating on both of her hands, my grip isn't as strong as I like. She managed to twist her hand free and lands a spectral own smear on my cheek. I told you. Her victory is short-lived as I managed to return the favor down her neck. Okay. I choose. Really this time. No tricks? No. Instead I have to craft the pumpkins. Okay, fair enough. After you wash your hands, Siri takes out the pen and starts to trace a face onto the pumpkin. I'm looking through the cupboards, trying to find a knife that's big enough. This one will do. How's this? I wander over to the left of Siri. This is unfair. How is that girl who was late to wake up and get ready still smells really good? I far away the detached part of me vaguely remembers something my biology teacher was saying about pheromones. Well... yeah, it smells great. Smells? Huh? Oh, did I smell instead of look? Guess I'm a little hungry. Yeah, that's perfect. I'll start covering it. There. Wow, that looks great. We make an awesome team, don't we? We sure do. What about for the other two pumpkins? I was thinking we could do that for we could do a bat for this one, and we could just keep it simple for the last one. Like carve Boo into it? Perfect. Well, here we go again. A while later, and we're finally all done. Our handiwork sits proudly in front of us. Job well done. The others are gonna love them. I just realized. We must look like two proud parents. Except our kids are pumpkins. So he breaks out and giggles. Kazuma. No, it's been really funny, you know that? One of these days I'll learn how to take a compliment from the opposite sex. Especially when it comes to someone I think I'm starting to fall in love with. Unfortunately, that day is not today. As I feel my cheeks heat up, I'd be surprised if Sir didn't pick up on it. Anyway, I had a lot of fun today. Sadly, I got a lot of homework to get on with. So I'm gonna have to go. I'll take a pumpkin with me. Anyway, I'll see you on Monday. Oh, and... look, I know you're concerned about me. About what happened earlier. But please, just try not to worry too much or anything. I'll try and tell you when I'm comfortable, okay? Hope you enjoy the rest of your weekend. With a click, the door closes behind me. I don't get much time to steward the day's events, though, as my phone blessed alive. It's my mother. Hi, Kazuma. How have you been doing? Are you eating well? Whoa, Mom, slow down. I'm fine. School's going well. Sakurai started talking about World War I, so history's pretty enjoyable. About the eating part, how are things on your end? Stressful. I want to come home and see you. Feeling ever so guilty about being away. Nah, it's fine, seriously. Since joining the club, that lonely feeling has pretty much disappeared. Plus, you and I are hanging out a lot more, so it's nice to have some regular contact with her again.
Oh, yes, that club of yours. You said it was a literature club, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, it sounded... that should mean your grades for Japanese will be fantastic, right?
It's definitely helping.
And the other club members?
Oh yeah, we get pretty, we get along pretty well. One girl is a bit shy, the other one is kinda cold, but I think she's a softie at heart. Oh, and Monica's the president.
Oh, the Monica you used to share classes with. The one you had a crush on?
Mom!
I didn't have a crush on her. Of course not. So being around ZOWIE again. When I called you last week, you were in at the park with her? Right?
Yeah.
I'm so happy for both of you. She was always your best friend growing up. Although, perhaps it's more the intuition, but I get the feeling that you and ZOWIE...
What about us? I can sense her knowing some even over the phone.
Well, you tell me.
Oh, komm, wir sind ehrlich. Tell her you're developing feelings. Ah, well, truth be told, Mom, I think I really like her. Like, in that sense.
Ah, yes, I think this day would come eventually. Look at my little boy, all grown up. Falling in love with a girl.
Mom!
Sorry. I guess I should have seen this coming. Given that we used to act around her as a kid. Always looking out for her, protecting her things that scared her, sharing your food with her. Quite a gentleman you were.
Really?
You had suspicions that early on? More the instinct, sweetheart. We shall laugh. It was confusing at first. I didn't really know what these new feelings were. I started to notice little things about her that I didn't see before. Like how pretty her eyes are, how nice she smells, or how cute she looks when she's trying to concentrate. I smiled dreamily. Yeah, I'll admit it, she's got me good. So, what's holding you back? Well, I don't really know girls that well. How am I supposed to know if she likes me back? Ah, teenage love. Well, look at this way. When a girl likes you, she'll do a few things to try and stimulate that interest. Does she maintain eye contact with you a lot? Laugh at your jokes? Often come with you to places or invite you along? Compliment you?
Kind of, yeah. I mean, a lot of things, yeah. But sometimes she acts a little bit off. As in, there are days where she doesn't really want to talk to me or anyone else. There's something that she's hiding, but she keeps her walls up and doesn't let me in. Like today, she was having a really bad nightmare. Saying stuff like she's really tired and she feels bad for feeling useless. But she never wants to talk about it and just pushes me off whenever I try and help her. Well, there was a long avenue history together. Perhaps something happened in her life, something that she isn't ready to share just yet. Patience is a virtue, sweetheart. You'll just have to understand from her perspective. Sometimes people just don't want to share. I know it must be frustrating. You want to help, but she's not letting you. Yeah, as much as we would like to, sometimes we can't just force ourselves into someone's life like that. Besides, we have no idea what her reasoning is. I'm sure she'll tell you when she feels comfortable doing so. But doesn't that mean she doesn't trust me yet? Not necessarily. From what she told me, she enjoys spending time with you. She steadily does trust you, just not on that level just yet. It'll come in time. Anyway, unfortunately I have to go. A lot of work to be done still. It was lovely talking to you again, sweetheart, and keep me updated on the serious situation, especially if anything major pops up, okay? Sure thing, Mom. And thanks, your advice has been really helpful. You're very welcome, darling. Bye. Beep. With both my mom and Terry gone, the room feels strangely empty. As I meander upstairs into my room and flop onto my chair, my mother's words echo in my mind. Maybe Sari does like me too then. Huh. Well, even if she does, what am I meant to do? Am I meant to make the first move? Ask her to a date or be my girlfriend? What if we've been hanging out, just us two? Isn't that already technically a date? I don't know. I think I'll just see how the next couple of weeks go and not push anything. Primarily because I don't know what I'm doing. We're very sorry. I boot up my computer. There's no way I'll be able to get get any homework done with all of this off my mind. Video games should be a nice way to relax. It's Halloween coming up, so let's pick a horror game. This one looks tempting. Third-person survival horror, police detective, nightmare-harish simulation. This will do fine. Okay. Das heißt, wieder einen schönen Tag mit Theorie verbracht, die Pumpkins gemacht und haben Dings sozusagen eigentlich festgestellt, dass wir sie immer mehr mögen und unsere Mutter hat uns dabei ausgeholfen. Jo, dann save und dann nächste Folge machen wir dann hier weiter. Auf jeden Fall für diese Session höre ich definitiv aus. Ich habe jetzt die letzten 4 Folgen, also die letzten 3 Folgen mit dieser hier dabei, eben halt am Stück aufgenommen. Und ich glaube, ich werde jetzt mal eine kleine Pause einfach einlegen. Wenn ich sogar eigentlich für heute aufhören mit dem Aufnehmen und wahrscheinlich demnächst einfach weitermachen. Aber ja, dann danke fürs Zuschauen. Ich hoffe, es hat euch gefallen. Bis dann beim nächsten Mal, wo wir uns dann wahrscheinlich entweder Halloween Party nähern oder vielleicht Theorie gestehen, dass wir sie lieben. Who knows? Ich weiß nicht, wie schnell das verlaufen wird. Aber ja, danke fürs Zuschauen. Bis beim nächsten Mal.